Oh, wait, so today we're going to do a deep dive into something pretty different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be exploring the scent
Scent.
of Himalayan deer musk.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're diving into the world of smells today. We have a clip from a YouTube video
Okay.
where this guy, Alaya Arsang II, Kazi Rifat,
Mm-hmm.
he actually describes this super rare,
Mm-hmm.
super valuable musk. So let's buckle up and see if we can uncover some secrets about this
Yeah.
mysterious substance just through its aroma.
Through the smell, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So first things first, let's hear what Alaya Arsang has to say
Oh, okay.
about this smell.
All right. I'm ready.
So, wow. I don't know about you, but even just hearing someone describe a smell like that,
Yeah,
it makes my mind go to some pretty interesting places.
it does.
What really stood out to you in that description?
It's really fascinating how he uses these words that kind of clash, right? Like creamy and sandalwood,
Right.
which you think of as like smooth and rich. But then he also throws in spicy and citrus, and then even salty and leathery.
That's a wild combination.
Yeah, it makes you really wonder, like, what does that actually smell like?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So he said foreign, creamy, sandals, slightly spicy with a hint of citrus,
Right.
slightly salty, leathery.
Wow.
It's quite a sensory roller coaster.
It is. Yeah.
But before we get too lost in the scent itself,
Yeah.
can you give us a little background on this stuff? Like,
Sure.
what exactly is Himalayan deer musk?
So Himalayan deer musk, it comes from the male musk deer,
Okay.
which is a small kind of elusive deer that lives high up in the Himalayas. And they have this special gland that actually produces the musk,
Mm-hmm.
and they store it in a sac kind of near their abdomen.
Okay.
And this musk is, it's really sought after, especially in the world of perfumery.
That makes total sense. I mean, just hearing that description, you can almost imagine
Yeah,
how
right.
it would be used in perfume.
right.
But why is this musk so valuable? Is it just because it's like hard to find?
Well, it's definitely rare.
Mhm.
That's a big factor. I mean, you can't just farm musk deer.
Right.
They're pretty solitary. They need,
Yeah.
specific high altitude habitats to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And so that means collecting the musk is already tricky.
Yeah.
And then ethically, it's best to do it without harming the deer,
Right.
which adds another whole layer of complexity to it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not just the rarity, it's also the musk itself.
Okay.
I mean, it has this really unique aroma that lasts for a really long time, which is something perfumers really value.
Makes sense.
Plus, it's been used in traditional medicine for centuries.
Oh, wow.
So it's got all this cultural and historical significance as well.
Yeah. Speaking of that scent,
Yeah.
I mean, Alaya Arzang used so many different words to describe it. Like, what can we learn about the quality of the musk just from those descriptions?
Okay, well, that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
When he talks about things like creamy and sandalwood,
Yeah.
those are often associated with a really high-quality musk,
Okay.
one that's, smoother and mellower.
Mm-hmm.
But then you also have those spicy and citrus hints,
Right. Yeah.
which could be coming from specific volatile compounds
Okay.
that give it a little bit more of a zesty edge.
So even those little hints of like
Yeah.
different scents,
Yeah.
they can actually tell us something about the musk itself.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then, of course, you've got the salty and leathery notes.
Right.
Those could indicate a couple of things. Maybe something about the age or maturity of the musk,
Oh, yeah.
or even how it was stored or handled. It's like a puzzle,
Yeah.
piecing together all these different elements to get the bigger picture.
This really connects back to that idea of a like sensory journey, right? Just hearing that description, you can almost imagine the Himalayas, like, the crisp air, the
Yeah.
scent of pine needles
Yeah.
mixed with this like indescribable musk.
Yeah, it's powerful.
But I also keep thinking back to what you said about it being used in traditional medicine.
Oh, right.
Like, what kind of uses are we talking about?
Well, in traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine, musk has been used for a whole bunch of different purposes. Everything from like relieving pain and inflammation to treating heart conditions and nervous disorders.
Wow.
There's even a long history of it being used as an aphrodisiac,
Really?
which just adds another layer to that cultural significance, right?
It really is amazing how one substance can have like
Yeah.
such a rich and varied history
Yeah.
across different cultures.
Absolutely.
But as we're, talking about the value and the uses of this musk, it also raises some important questions, right? I mean, we can't ignore the fact that the musk deer is an endangered species.
Right, of course.
So how do we balance the demand for this rare substance with the need to protect this animal?
Yeah, that's a really crucial point. I mean, the high value that's placed on musk has unfortunately made the musk deer a target for poaching.
Right.
And so that's why all these conservation efforts are so important, to protect the species
Right.
and make sure that any harvesting of musk is done sustainably and ethically. There are a lot of different organizations out there that are working to monitor populations,
Right.
combat illegal trade, and even research like alternative ways to get musk without harming the deer.
That's really encouraging to hear. It sounds like there's a lot more to explore here. I mean, this deep dive has definitely piqued my interest.
Mine too.
And I think it kind of leaves us with something to ponder.
Okay.
Can we appreciate, the unique, culturally significant aspects of a substance like this
Yeah,
while also ensuring its sustainable future?
that's the question.
Yeah, it's definitely something to think about.
It is.